All right, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Nickolas WIldstar. I am also running for governor, but here in California. So right now, we're going to be having a special election by the end of the year, since we've been able to collect enough signatures to recall Gavin Newsom. So before the end of the year, the people of California will have an opportunity to select a new governor. I'm hoping to be that candidate. If not, they'll have the chance to vote in a new governor in 2022. So, just as Joe said, the gubernatorial election, um, for most people here in California will be in November 2022. But thanks to this special election, we'll have an opportunity to get in a quick replacement to see what they can do better than Gavin Newsom has done during this pandemic. So, a little bit about me: I'm a longtime community activist. I was involved in the Occupy protests, anonymous protests out here in California. I've marched alongside Black Lives Matter activists and Reopen California activists, pro Second Amendment activists, whether they be Boogaloo Boys, Three Percenters, or Proud Boys. I've marched alongside any and all people for all walks of life for all different types of causes. And excuse me, I'm also a rapper artist. I moved to California to pursue a career in rap music and was a successful underground musician, as it's called. So I have lots of music that is available online through music streaming services like Amazon, uh, iTunes, Spotify, all that good stuff. I have music and movies like the movie Scary Movie 4, and am still producing music now, but more so to promote the message of freedom and liberty and bring attention to social causes. So um, I consider myself more so to be a raptivist, which is a rapper and activist. And there's lots of famous raptivists like Chuck D and KRS-One and others. So I align myself with them as far as, again, using music as a tool to open people's minds and hearts to other ideas. And I think that's what libertarianism is all about. Is it's a new idea of freedom. Here we are in America, the land of the free, yet we still live as if we are enslaved. Uh, we aren't able to exercise our freedoms to open a business or love someone or protect ourselves without government's permission. Right now, we don't even have the choice to do what we want with our own bodies because the government is dictating that. So, as a libertarian Republican candidate running for governor, I am hoping to get elected and be the first of my kind, since I'll be the first Black governor of California ever in history. But I also would be the first libertarian uh, elected governor. So there's lots of ideas that I'm planning on incorporating once I'm elected. For instance, with our budget here, we also have a tax problem. So I want to cut those taxes like the income tax, property tax, sales tax, and allow the people of California to at least enjoy um, California being a tax haven. I like that term, being a tax haven until 2022, when a possibility, a new governor could come in and reinstate some new taxes. But at least during this pandemic, during this uh, financial downturn, we can enjoy an economic reprieve. So I'll be suspending all of those taxes. I'll also be making sure that our homeless problem is addressed, since it's been completely ignored this entire time. So I'll be getting to work on building 3D printed homes. This 3D printed technology exists now and can build homes in less than 24 hours, cost less than $5,000 each, and they're self sustainable. They have their own water and power. So once we build these homes that will be made available to those unhoused people in our state as public housing. We won't have to pay any more money into the project. So it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. And that's what we want to do, is always make sure that the people of California never have to worry about housing, never have to worry about, economic prosperity, and not have to worry about an overreaching government telling them what they can and can't do with their own bodies. So those are a few of my proposals as candidate for governor. If you'd like to find out more about me, please visit my website, WIldstar2022.com. I am looking for more volunteers since I'm a completely grassroots activist. I'm funded by the hardworking people of California, which unfortunately at this time are going through a bit of a hardship. So any contribution that you can help to my campaign would give we, the people of California, an opportunity to actually have a governor that's of the people, by the people, and for the people. That's exactly what I'll be. I'll be making sure that my oath to uphold the United States Constitution comes first and foremost, and that if there is any conflicting law that's introduced by legislators or that is existent, it will be nullified and repealed and or vetoed once I'm governor. So these are a few pledges that I'm making to the people of California. And if you'd like to, again, find out more about what I'm proposing to do and what I'm offering as a candidate, please visit my website, WIldstar2022.com. Mm-hmm. I could keep going, but...
Thank you, WIldstar. Any questions for WIldstar?
I don't know. I think, how about like a round of applause and then questions for WIldstar? I don't know, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, Philip. I appreciate that.
Any questions for WIldstar?
I'll do one.
Go ahead, Andy.
What you got, Andy?
Okay, so you're running as a Republican, like Ron Paul.
Yes.
And I don't have a problem with anybody running under any party label as long as they have good issues and philosophy and they have integrity. And I think you have all three.
Thank you.
And my question is, if the Libertarian Party of California is going to run anybody against you? And if so, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, if the Libertarian Party of California does choose to nominate a candidate, I'll have to treat him as any other opponent. And of course, stand on my beliefs and principles and campaign proposals and defend them against anyone that steps up. So whether you're a libertarian, another Republican, or a Democrat like this guy, I'll be making sure that you know where I stand on the issues. I just proved that at a recent debate that was hosted by a right-leaning group. They're called the Patriot Group, and they hosted a debate with 6 declared Republican candidates, me being one of them. But as you said, since I am more so an outsider, like Ron Paul was when he ran for the Republican nomination in 2012, a lot of my ideas weren't well received. For instance, I was talking about immigration and how we're a nation of immigrants. And, if we want to change the immigration process, since it's not mandatory, and make it more, attractive to potential new citizens, is make it cheaper, make it easier. Right now it's a long drawn out process, so it's very costly and very time consuming for a lot of people that would like to become citizens. And that's not only, our Hispanic population here in California, but we have a large growing API community, Asian Pacific Islander. We have a large growing Indian population from India, and a large growing population of foreigners that come here from European countries and from Canada even. So we want to make sure that the people here in California, whether you were born here or you came here seeking a better life, that you have an opportunity to be a contributing member to the economy here, and have an opportunity to gain citizenship that isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg. And they didn't really like hearing that. But as I said, if the Libertarian Party does end up propping up a candidate, I'll be sure to knock them down just like any other.
I better update you right now. FYI, Jeff Hewitt decided he's going to run.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
I don't think a lot of us are going to win, but Jeff's going to do it really just to promote, the Libertarian platform. I don't think Jeff expects to win. I think it's more of a career move. He's got his second race coming up for supervisor, so this kind of elevates him a little bit, and gives him a little campaign steam for his other race, and it gives him some more exposure. To your point, WIldstar, I love what you're doing. I've been a fan of yours, WIldstar, now for many years. You talk the talk, but you also walk the walk. And, even though candidates like you and I'm running for city council in Los Angeles, I haven't put my name on the ballot yet, but the website's up and my position's already out there. So anybody who's just kind of searching around can get the message. You continue to push the message. You push liberty, whether you do it as a D, an R, an L, a P, a green, it doesn't matter. You're pushing the right message, and that's how this business works. All of you guys, Joe, you're going to bring a lot of attention to the Libertarian Party just by being on the ballot. You're going to get invited to events. Right. You've got a good stick, and that's what we need is a lot of candidates. We've got the people, we've got the numbers, we just don't have them on the ballots. And one of the things that motivated me to really push candidates more than necessarily the party is because we didn't have one candidate on the ballot on the Super Tuesday primary in Los Angeles County. And that's just not acceptable to me. So for my tenure in the party, I think I'm just going to go after candidates and give you guys a launching pad and let you know that, this is what we believe in, is what you guys believe in. And every chance you guys get to speak in front of a newspaper, to speak for a LA Times endorsement, guess what? They have no choice but to hear you. And they have no choice but to hear your voice. And the politicos are going to keep getting our message if candidates like us who don't necessarily spend a big nickel on our campaigns, but we still show up. We get on the ballot, we pay the $500, $2,000, $3,000, whatever it takes. I've spent them all. I've run for Senate, Congress, and City Council. I've spent $5-10 grand on ballot access fees. But those advertising dollars for the LP are better than any bang that we can get for our buck. You can get on the ballot in Los Angeles for 1,000 signatures. That's free. And then you get 7 debates, and the LA Times covers all 7 of them. So you got crowds, you got opportunities. So I'm so proud of you guys. I just want you to know that, especially WIldstar. You keep doing it. And Joe, I've seen you out there. That's what attracted me. I wanted to get you in here. We're recording this, so if you guys need the recording or want to record it yourself, please do. And shoot a camera at your lens. If you need Zoom, message me. I'll share my given account. I pay $17 a month. For me, if every candidate in the country can use this account for free, that's the meeting ID and that's the password. I want you guys to take advantage of me on this. I'll keep the Zoom account going, and you just use it for your darn campaign, and I'll make you an admin or whatever it takes to get you guys some extra gas in your tank. Consider that my donation.